Hey, what's up everyone? Tedrick85 here, and today I'm going to be talking about episode 2 of book 3 of The Legend of Korra, titled Rebirth. This episode pretty much picks up where the last one left off. It shows Korra and company trying to recruit some airbenders. First off, you see Asami coming in on this big airship because they're trying to recruit new airbenders in order to go to Ba Sing Se. Um, while they're trying to recruit people, it's not as easy as what they had thought. They kept on they kept on going to different locations and that, and it seemed like no one was willing to join them. Finally, they were able to meet this small boy named Kai, but they found out real quickly he was a lot more than met the eye. He put on a good story, but here he turned out that he was a thief and a liar, and Tenzin didn't want Korra to recruit him as part of the team. But reluctantly, Tenzin did agree. And then here, what happened was that Korra fought these guys that Kai claimed to have been outlaws, but here they were actually the police, and that's how they found out that he was such a good thief and liar. But they were able to recruit him, and as of the end of this episode, he's the only recruit they have so far. So they're not having a whole lot of success, but it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Now, meanwhile, while they're trying to find airbending recruits, Zahir is up to his old stuff again. He went back to where they were getting ready to change shifts for the prison guards, and he was able to defeat them. And among those, he was able to free two of his fellow criminals named Gazan and Minghua. Gazan was pretty interesting because it seemed like he combined earthbending with a little bit of firebending too, because he was able to move those rocks together, but at the same time make like this fiery star, which I thought was pretty cool. And Minghua is actually an armless waterbender. She uses the water as kind of like extensions of her own body, and she uses them to defeat anybody that's in her way. So there's two more antagonists to go along with Zahir, and it looks like they could be a pretty formidable force and a force to be reckoned with. So Korra and the gang needs to watch out for them. And how could I possibly not talk about this episode without talking about the return of Zuko? As like he did in the original series, Avatar: Last Airbender, he looks pretty darn cool, and he even has a dragon in that too. And he only made an appearance for like a minute at the end of the episode, in which one of the guards informed him that Zahir, Gazan, and Minghua were set free, and needless to say, Zuko wasn't too happy about that, but upon learning of their escape, he'd set course for the Northern Water Tribe just because he just wants to stop them, and like he did when he was younger, he's taken matters in his own hands, which I think is pretty cool. It shows that he didn't lose any of his character whatsoever between Avatar: The Last Airbender and this series, The Legend of Korra. So, oh, and another thing that carried over from the last episode is Mako has continued his awkwardness towards Korra, and that you can tell he's definitely not come to terms with the breakup like she has. You know, she's trying to get her duty done, but at the same time, though, so is Mako. But the way he communicates with her, you can tell that it's definitely affecting him a lot more than it is with her, and it's gonna be interesting how that character development goes throughout this season and that. So and of course Bolin is the usual comic reliever that here he at first Mako wasn't even gonna go with the gang, but upon learning that they were going to Ba Sing Se, Bolin convinced him to go because he sees it as an opportunity for him and Mako to see their grandmother. So, of course, he was doing his imitation of his grandmother, and that, which was pretty funny. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it I have to say about this episode. I can't say there wasn't a lot that happened, but what I pretty much said was pretty much like a good summary of what happened in that. But there's plenty of action and see in that in this episode, and I'm sure it's going to carry on in the next episode, which is it's called the Earth Queen, and it's going to be interesting to see the Earth Kingdom being ruled by a queen instead of a king for once. So, from what I read, she's supposed to be a descendant of the Earth King that was on Avatar: The Last Airbender. So it's gonna be interesting how her personality differs or is alike than the Earth King from the Avatar: The Last Airbender. So it's gonna be pretty cool to watch. And I thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll come up with the episode 3 vlog and commentary on here pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and see you again next time.